Welcome to Wake Up American, our live stream where every single day, Monday through Friday, right around this time, we meet with you to show you a couple things to work on in American English pronunciation, help you achieve a more natural sound. Today we have some expressions for you. But before we get into them, just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Jeff. It rhymes with breath, which is one of the four keys to a natural American English accent. We're going to be talking about things like breath, in addition to placement and pitch, and trying to weaken our consonant sounds while strengthening our vowel sounds. Those are the four keys. If you're able to achieve those four things, even if your mouth position's in the wrong spot, things aren't going well there, you can still achieve a very, very, very natural sound. It's the reason why sometimes native speakers can talk with really exaggerated mouth movements, or sometimes they can talk and barely move their lips at all. And you can still understand them because it's about these four key concepts. Today, we're going to be paying special attention to a couple phrases that aren't necessarily the most polite, I'll be honest, but that are common enough, often used to express frustration or to kind of say that you're going to do something and you don't really care about what the other person thinks. So there's a little bit of attitude that comes with a lot of these expressions. Um, so do be aware that if you do use these, the times when you use these, it's not necessarily like the most polite things to use, but these are pretty common expressions you are going to hear native speakers use in real life. I'm just going to say these phrases really quick and then we'll run through them. Who cares? Oh, and as I do this, actually, just a quick note. It's really important to watch how you use pitch and intonation as we discuss these. If you're not sure what pitch is like if I do like this. I just gave you like five different pitches. This. Okay. So pitches are those levels. You can think like kind of like a piano. On the left hand side, you have your lower pitches. On the right hand side, you have your higher ones. And then in addition to that, intonation is going to be about the movement from pitches. So if I do this, that's a rising intonation. And if I do this, that's a falling intonation. There's also like this. So that's like a fall rise and things like that. So those are going to be really, really fundamental for these expressions if the goal is a natural sound, just a note. All right, let's get into it though. Here are the words. Our first one. Who cares? Who cares? So you want to stress cares. See how weak who is? Who? Who? You want to make sure the breath is coming out. It's not who, because that's really closed off. There's not enough air coming through. It's more who, who cares? Who cares? Our next one. So what? So what? So again, we have what we've seen for who cares. We had the oo sound. So what? We have the o sound followed by a schwa. And if you're finding some of these difficult, one thing you can do is you can just do your vowel sounds and then add in the consonants back in. So for instance, if we had the phrase so what? So what? So we have an O sound, O, and then we have a schwa sound. Oh, oh, Do you see the intonation pattern too? Oh, oh. And then we have a rise. Or actually the pitch goes up, but it's gonna fall again. It's like oh, oh, so what? Oh, so what? If you find that tricky, try alternating between those. Like, oh, so what? 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 Just a note there. Okay. So we had who cares? So what? Why bother? Why bother? Okay. This expresses a lot of frustration. It's like you don't see the point in doing something. Oh, I can actually add that. We'll add another phrase here. Which we can talk about. But anyway, why bother? Why bother? Now, a lot of people get hung up on this one because of the TH. People see that TH and they see that R sound and they think, oh my gosh, I gotta make this super, super strong. So they end up with like, why bother? Why bother? Bother. Another thing they're doing is they're pressing really hard the tip of their tongue against their top front tooth. Bother. That's really, really firm. And it's missing one of the fundamental points. In American English, we're not as worried about consonant sounds. In American English, we are worried about vowel sounds. So we really need to make sure that that ah sound and that sound is clear. R, R. And then you can alternate. R, bother, R, bother, R, bother, R, bother. It's why bother. It's not why bother. It's why bother. You can also hear the pitches there. It's like I, R, R, bother, bother. Why bother? You need to make sure you're getting that sort of pitch movement there as well. Hello to Emmanuel. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're having a good day and the new place is looking good. What was our next phrase here? Not my problem. Not my problem. Notice again the steps. Not my, not my. And then we're going to go up. Problem. Not my problem. Not my problem. Make sure that when you're saying problem, that can be a problematic word. You want to use an ah sound, then a quick problem, problem, problem. Do you hear how weak the PR is? And you hear how weak the BL is? So it's not problem, it's a problem. It's not problem, it's a problem. I encourage you to record yourself and see which one are you saying when you're doing it. For the not my, notice how weak that is. Not my. Do you hear how the T is a held T? It's not not. It's not my. It's not my. Not my. Not my problem. Not my problem. Not my problem. The not my part is also very, very fast. And then the problem part is longer. Not my problem. Guys, there's a problem. Speaking of not my problem, there actually is a problem. We're going through all these things and I have a couple more, but I don't know what you sound like. I have no idea if you're following what I'm doing, if you're trying to but struggling, if you think you're saying it right but you're not. I have no idea. I just have no clue. And I want to help you. So one of the things I've done to do that in that interest is I have created a group on Telegram. This is what it looks like. So on Telegram, every single day, I gave a challenge group of words. In fact, it's the same group of words that we're talking about in this stream. So today, I haven't posted it yet in the group, but I'm gonna add in these words here and our extra little one there. Can't forget about that guy, right? So I'm gonna add in those little words to the group. People are going to be able to reply with their own audio, and I will give them feedback. So every single day, from Sunday to Sunday, you get like 2-3 minutes of pronunciation practice, and you get feedback from an actual native speaker, a coach who's actually not like, have you ever like asked like a native speaker for help? You're like, hey, am I saying this right? And they're like, no. Oh, what am I doing wrong? And they're like, I don't know. It just doesn't sound natural. Like, oh, it just doesn't sound right. It sounds weird. You sound weird. Like, have you ever had that sort of like experience before? A lot of times native speakers just don't know what to tell you, or maybe even in your own language, right? Maybe have you ever talked to a foreigner speaking your language and then they know that they're doing something wrong, but you don't know, you can't voice it. So that's the other advantage of a group is we actually tell you like, no, your placement's off, or like, no, you need to get the tip of your tongue down more. Things like that. So that's kind of why we created this group. The other thing too is that because we do it every day, and because have you ever like taken like a day off from studying? You're like, oh, I'm not going to study today. I'll practice English tomorrow, or like, oh, it's Friday. I'll do English again on Monday. I'm tired. I need to rest. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. And then Monday comes, you're like, oh my gosh, I forget English. Like I'm so rusty. I'm so slow. It's because pronunciation, you need to do it every single day, a little bit, not like an hour, just like 5 minutes or something. You know what I mean? So that's something to check out. So if that sounds like something interesting to you, you want to try out the Telegram group. This is how you can do it.
FluentAmerican.com for all of our pronunciation services, including memberships, including our daily Telegram program, where you send in files every day and get corrections from us. Mission English, where we meet twice a day in live stream classes, and also our paid video courses so you can start learning right away.
FluentAmerican.com, you can register for Telegram group. I do have big news about that. Really quick, Emmanuel asks, no Mission English. Yes, Mission English. I do have to travel this weekend. So tomorrow there is no Wake Up American. Sorry, guys. I will be back on Tuesday. So Friday through Monday, I have to travel. So unfortunately, I will not be able to have any of my things. I will still have the Telegram group, just a note. Telegram group will still be active. But Mission English today, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, no classes for Mission English. But just big news again about the Telegram group. You may have saw that the price point right now, it's $5. For the next 5 people who join our Telegram group, you will remain at that $5 price point forever. Everyone who is in the Telegram group for the next 5 members will have $5 for lifetime access as long as they remain in the group. After the next 5 people join, we are going to be raising the price to $10 a month. Okay. Which is still, for what you're getting 30 days of pronunciation practice for $10. No one else is doing that. So just a heads up. Again, currently it's $5 for the next 5 people who join the Telegram group. They will have $5 a month access as long as they remain in the group. Okay, if it's a day, if it's a year, 10 years, whatever it is, $5. After that, the price will be going up. So next 5 members, Telegram group, you get $5 a month. Just a heads up. All right, let's go back, finish up these words. What say ye? We did not my problem. One of the things you could say, Emmanuel has to go. It's sad news. We'll see you later, Emmanuel. Thanks for stopping by, man. Good to see you. So, when you're frustrated, you don't like the price increase. If I'm rude, something I could say is just deal with it. Deal with it. Emmanuel could go tell their boss, deal with it. Deal with it. Because deal is your stressed word, it's going to start with your highest pitch. It's like, deal with it. Deal with it. You may notice what I did was I just said vowels like deal with it. And then I added the consonants back in. Deal with it. Deal with it. Deal with it. I really encourage you to try that out. It's going to feel weird just doing the vowel sounds. It's going to feel really weird. You're gonna be like, I'm not saying anything. No one talks like this. That's not the point. The point is to practice getting the breath to flow from word to word to make sure you're getting all the pitches and things like that, and you're getting the clear vowel sounds. So deal with it, deal with it, deal with it. This next one, a lot of attitude with this one. And it's like someone makes an argument to you, and you're like, this argument is not important. So you could say, and the key part is the intonation. And because like you're like waiting for them to explain why it's important, the thing they just told you. And okay, so make sure you get that fall rise. That's going to be key for a natural sound there. And our last one here. What's the point? What's the point? So again, what's the notice that linking between that S and that TH. It's not what's the, it's more what's the point? What's the point? See how weak and low in pitch the is. What's the point? What's the point? Let's say all of these one more time. Who cares? So what? Why bother? Not my problem. Deal with it. And what's the point? So those are your expressions. If you want practice saying them and you want feedback, maybe there's no native speakers around you, you can't afford a coach, you don't have time for a class, things like that. But maybe you have 2 minutes to study pronunciation every day. That's what our Telegram group is for. Again, next 5 members who join at fluentamerican.com get the $5 access point. We'll see you guys later. Have a good day. Have a good night. Good afternoon. I will be back with Wake Up American on Tuesday. You guys